Cryptography together, yeah. Sorry. What is her now?
Sorry. Okay. Hi team. Thanks for being here. This is my final for the independent study I've been doing with Kenny. So I appreciate you guys being here. I know it's final season, so everything is busy, but thanks for being here. This is my play, Love Songs and Murder Ballads. Minor content warnings for homophobic slurs and discussions of self-harm. So if at any point anyone wants to step out, I totally get it. Yeah, that's it. I hope you guys like it. I'm bad at these kinds of things. I'm a playwright. Here we go.
Love Songs and Murder Ballads, a more theatrical and much gayer adaptation of Victory's Brother by Jack Van Cleaf. Scene 1. The stage is separated into 2 levels. At ground level, May and Victoria are in a car, driving to Becky Breyer's house. May is driving and Victoria is in the passenger seat looking out the window. On the second level, Bucky, Indy, George, Jordan, and Gracie sit, observing. This is the realm of the dead, and the floor is the realm of the living. When scenes change, the dead chorus moves set pieces and assumes new roles if necessary. If they are not in the scene, however, they are perched on the higher platforms.
Jordan Roth, May 17, 1989.
Bucky Breyer, February 4th, 1990.
Indy Halpern.
George Scott, July 27, 1990.
Gracie Turnbow, March 17th, 1991. That's the day I died.
I got shot 3 times.
Stabbed with a piece of a car window.
Strangled with a seatbelt.
Shot through the head. Shot in the stomach.
By a man I'd never met before. He was tall and lanky, a real spindly guy.
He sounded like he was from Texas, like that specific brand of Southern that just oozes ego.
He said he needed help.
And I wanted to help.
Because that's how we do things around here.
We help each other.
He said he needed help fixing a piece of a fence.
His car.
With a busted pipe.
He told me I looked nice in my prom dress.
When I told him me and George were together, he got angry.
By the time I realized what was happening, it was too late.
I didn't even really have time to realize how cruel he was before I was gone.
I still don't understand how a man can be so cruel when he says such nice things to you. It's what I get for letting my guard down.
I never got to say goodbye to my parents.
I didn't even make it to prom. Mama probably misses me.
I left my sister behind.
Snap! We move from the ephemeral realm of the dead into the tangible one of the living. We are in the car with May and Victoria.
You excited?
May Roth, my sister.
Should I be? Victoria Scott, mine.
I don't know. Maybe. You're a detective now. You're investigating. Boots on the ground. That's gotta count for something. First investigation.
Yeah, maybe.
I wasn't excited my first time. I was scared more than anything.
How long ago was your first one?
2 years, I think.
Cool. Do people cry a lot in these sort of things?
Sometimes. It depends. Like, friends don't cry a lot, but parents or siblings, it's like an open faucet.
May gets out a cigarette and puts it in her mouth. She fishes a lighter out of her pocket and holds it out for Victoria.
Could you light this for me?
And me?
No, my other partner. Yes, you took me.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Victoria lights it for May. Victoria puts the lighter on the center console.
So you smoke?
I mean, duh. Do you want me to put it out? I can't.
No, it's fine. I'm just observing.
You'll probably be a smoker by the time you're through with this job. Most people are. Why? It's stressful. Puts the nerves at ease. God. You want one?
Sure, yeah.
May takes out her pack and holds it out to Victoria. She takes one, puts it in between her lips. She reaches for the lighter, but is stopped by.
Wait a minute. How old are you?
What? 20.
All right. You're good then. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't giving tobacco to a minor.
Well, they wouldn't hire me if I wasn't at least 18.
Nah. My last partner, he was only 16. He tried to steal my cigarettes.
Did he quit?
Yeah, he decided he wanted to go to college. Too good for Redwater, I guess.
And I'm the replacement.
You're the replacement.
Well, it sounds like I got big shoes to fill.
Not really. He was a sweet kid, but he got lost in his thoughts too much. His emotions got in the way of the actual work. You can't think too hard about what you're actually doing in this job.
Well,
Don't feel bad if your kid emotions get too strong to contain, though. That's That's not what I meant, just if you spend enough time with me, you'll know what I guess. I'm just glad I'm working with an actual adult. You know what the world's like. That was what Caitlin's was missing.
Caitlin? That was...
My old partner, yeah. You can let that sit now, you know? I can do it for you if you don't know how, or...
Actually, I don't really want to smoke, at least not right now.
No worries. I'll save this one for you. You'll learn it soon enough.
May grabs a cigarette from Victoria and puts it back in her pack, upside down.
Did you know Bucky?
Who?
Bucky Pryor?
Oh, of course. No, I didn't. I've seen him a couple times, of course. I mean, I went to school with him, but I didn't know him.
Yeah. Same here.
He's been dead a while, yeah?
Well, yeah.
So why are we...
Talking to his family? Well, think about it. We're trying to find the guy who killed Gracie Turnbow, and Redwater's a tiny town. There's no way two different murderers crop up in 2 years.
Gotcha. So, are we going to be talking to the families of all the people who got killed?
All the ones that'll talk to us, yeah. Is that a problem? If you don't want to hear about some of the shit that happened, I get it. We can find...
No, God, no. I really want to help as much as I can. I just... You remember last year when George Scott was killed?
Yeah, of course. George Scott and Indy Halpern killed last July.
Yeah. Well, I'm Victoria Scott. That was my brother.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's just... I'm his only family.
You remember Jordan Roth? She was killed about 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm May Roth.
So you get...
Yeah. I get it.
May parks the car. They're here.
Listen. I know that it's satisfying to think about catching this bastard and getting revenge, but right now I need you to clear your head, okay? There's a woman in there waiting for us who we're asking to talk about what is probably the most traumatic event of her life. You understand better than anyone that thinking about this shit is fucking hard. So let's just go in there and learn as much as we can, okay?
Yeah.
You ready?
I am.
Let's go.
They get out of the car, and the stage becomes the inside of the bride. Jordan becomes Becky Pryor.
Becky Pryor.
My mom.
Becky's in the kitchen. May and Victoria are at the front door. May is holding a cup of tea and a bag of cookies. Victoria knocks.
Who is it?
We're the detectives that called earlier, ma'am. Can we come in?
Just one moment. I'll get the door.
Becky scrambles to unlock the front door.
Come on in, y'all. I'm making banana bread if you'd like any.
I love that.
That sounds wonderful.
May gets the cookies out of her bag.
And we brought cookies. I'll leave these here.
She sets them down on the coffee table.
Oh, thank you. You didn't have to do that.
That's the least we could do, ma'am. We appreciate you taking the time to talk with us today. We don't have a lot of leads, so being able to sit down with you means the world to us. I brought some tea. I didn't know if you liked tea, but...
I love tea. Oh, I feel awful. I should have put the kettle on.
Oh, no, ma'am.
She moves to do so, but May stops.
I appreciate it, but we got our coffee fixed down at the station. Take a seat, please. It's no worry.
May hands the cup of tea to Becky, who takes a seat.
So you two are looking for the boy who killed Bucky?
That's right.
Well, it's half right. We were hired to find the man who killed Gracie Turnbow, if you've heard about that case. But we believe it's the same man that killed them both.
I read about what happened to the Turnbow girl. Awful. It's just awful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's real awful stuff.
Do you have any leads at all?
A couple that we're following as best as we can. But honestly speaking, it's nothing concrete, which is why we're here with you.
I see.
Was Bucky doing anything out of the ordinary the day he died? Did he mention any changes in routine?
Oh, Lord. I don't remember. I don't think so. He went to work, just like always, and then I don't know. He would never come right home after work, though. He would always drive from the store to the Springwater bar. He was regular there. Any day he had work, he'd just go there after for a beer and a game of pool. That was something special about Bucky. He loved pool.
Was he good at it?
Oh, good enough. As good as any regular at a bar is bound to be.
You know, I never knew Bucky too well, but I was in high school at the same time as him. He was a junior when I was a freshman.
You know, he dropped out senior year.
Really? I didn't know that. I always took him for the smart type.
Oh, he was. My Bucky was smart. But when his dad died, I was having trouble paying the bills, so he dropped out and took a job at the supermarket. He always thought of himself last. Oh, do you want to see his room?
Victoria looks at May. She nods at her.
Sure, yeah.
Becky leads Victoria towards Bucky's room.
He was such a gentle boy. He loved everybody. And he didn't really know how to show it, but he would always come home and talk about how somebody at work was struggling to make ends meet and insist that we cook something for them. We had to have made at least 100 lasagnas for people, I swear. He was kind. This is his room. Look at the posters. Lots of boys his age would have those Playboy posters everywhere, but my boy Bucky liked movies. He's got movie posters.
I wish I'd gotten to know him.
I wish he'd gotten to know you. I wish he'd gotten to know lots of people.
The kitchen timer goes off.
Oh, banana bread's ready.
Becky rushes to the kitchen.
Need help with anything, ma'am?
Oh, no, I'm all right.
Becky sets the banana bread down and returns to sit down.
So, the day that Bucky died, there was really nothing strange that happened? He didn't mention any new hires at work or strange people at the bar?
No, he really didn't. He didn't talk to me a whole lot, but he mentioned every time someone new got hired, and that hadn't happened in a while. And he was always blabbing on about beating Eddie O'Lane at pool whenever he came back from the bar. You know Eddie? He's down there at Springwater. That pool stick in Bucky's room, I don't know if you saw it, but it's in there. He got that because he beat Eddie 7 times in a row.
That's impressive.
Isn't it? I wonder who Eddie's playing pool with now.
Nobody like Bucky, that's for sure.
Yeah. Wonder if he misses me.
Was there anybody at all in Becky's life who didn't like him? Not necessarily hated him, but somebody he maybe had a rivalry with?
I don't think so. I'm racking my brain here. I really am. I don't think anyone would want him dead.
They don't even have to want him dead. Just anyone who showed some distaste for him. You'd be surprised what nasty things people can do to disguise. What nasty things people can disguise as regular old distaste.
Even then, Bucky wasn't someone you disliked. Maybe you didn't like him, but that's not the same as disliking him. The worst anyone felt about him was neutral, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But really, I do think you should go to the Springwater. The people there knew him better than I did, as much as that hurts to say.
Yeah, we will. Did Bucky have any other places he liked to go to than work or the Springwater? Like a spot in the forest or a friend's house?
I promise I'm not trying to be difficult here, but really and truly, I can't think of anything. Bucky was a good boy, but he was real simple. He had his routine, and that made him happy.
I know what you're saying. Lots of people around here are like that.
And you blame him? It's a good way to live.
That it is. You got anything else, Victoria?
No, I don't. Just thank you for your time, ma'am. We really appreciate it.
Of course. I just wish I could be more of help. If anything else comes to mind, I'll catch y'all up.
Please do. You've already helped plenty, though, and what my partner said is true. We really, really appreciate it. Can we take this banana bread with us?
Of course.
May gathers up her things, puts them in her bag, grabs her banana bread, and gestures to Victoria.
Let's go.
Right. Thank you again, ma'am.
Take care, you two.
May and Victoria exit through the front door. Becky becomes Jordan again and returns to the higher platform. The Briar home disappears.
I'll take that cigarette now.
Yeah.
May takes out her pack of cigarettes, grabs the one she gave to Victoria earlier, and hands it to her. Victoria puts it in her mouth, and May lights it for her before lighting her own. They sit, smoking for a while as Bucky talks.
They talked to the folks at the spring water a couple of times. Nobody ever knew anything. They all said the same thing.
Bucky was kind. Bucky was the kindest man I knew.
Bucky Briar? Good kid. He was a real good kid. Oh, Bucky? Damn good at pool he was. Too damn good. Everyone in here loved the boy.
He drank me under the table one night. Not a lot of meat on his bones, but that boy could hold his liquor.
Real shame what happened to him.
So it turned out to be nothing but a dead end.
The stage transforms into the outside of the Springwater bar. Gracie becomes Angela, the bartender.
Angela Holt, bartender at the Springwater, the next day.
The bar is closed. Angela's getting ready to open. May knocks on the door. Angela doesn't answer. May knocks again, and Angela thinks about answering but doesn't. For the third knock, Angela gets fed up and opens the door, peeking her head out.
May, I already told you everything I know. You don't.
I'm not here on business, Angela. I'm just here to drink.
God. Look, you know I love you to death, May, but we don't open for another 30 minutes. We
What
can't.
did I say? Please go.
May.
Pretty, please, with a house closure on top.
Goddamn, alright. May, come on.
Thanks, Angela.
No worries, May.
Angela waits for May to come in. Then she shuts and locks the door behind her. May sits at one of the bar stools. Angela walks behind the bar, then sets a glass and a rag in front of May.
If you're gonna be in here, at least make yourself useful. Polish some glasses, will ya?
Whatever you say.
May polishes glasses. Angela counts the bottles behind the bar.
You okay, May?
What? Oh, yeah, I'm alright. Just, the Gracie Turnbow case. We're getting started on that.
Ah, I see. You always get the real gloomy whenever you start a case.
What? I do not.
Yes ma'am, you do.
What do you mean, gloomy?
Just, I don't know, just sort of stop thinking about anything else. It's like work, work, work.
Ah, maybe that's why you broke up with me, isn't it? Couldn't handle a career-oriented woman.
What? No, May, we don't work. You know that.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I'm teasing you.
all right, Jesus, you scared me.
Oh, no, God, I didn't mean it like that. You were a nightmare.
A nightmare?
Living, breathing one.
Like you were perfect.
Excuse you, I was, and will continue to be perfect.
Yeah, whatever you say. So, you got a new partner?
I do.
What's she like?
She's a lot like me, Angela. Her brother was one of the ones who just got killed. She's a whole lot like me.
Ah, so that's what's really on your mind. It ain't the case. It's her.
Well, I just.
Oh, don't start with me. I'm right.
Yeah. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I just, I still miss Scotland.
I know. God knows I miss him too.
Town just feels dead without him,
Oh Lord, I forgot your drink. That was the whole reason you came, wasn't it? What do you want? Your regular or? just,
I think I'm alright actually. I think I'm gonna go home and get some work done. I appreciate it, though, Angela.
Well, of course, May. Anytime. You know that. I'm always here. Just give me a call, alright?
Yeah. Thanks, Angela.
May leaves, and the stage is split in two. May outside the Springwater on one side, and Victoria in her apartment on the other. May steps into a phone booth and dials a number. Victoria's phone rings, and after a moment, she picks it up.
Hello? Hey, Victoria. I was, Well, do you maybe want to do some work today? I know we said we take the day off, but I just can't sit still, you know. We could maybe ask around some more at the spring water, or even just meet up and go over notes. Really just whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds nice. I'm just sitting, not doing anything, so I'll meet you at the spring water, okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Victoria's apartment is disassembled. May is alone in the realm of the living, pacing outside the bar. Lights dim on her and come up on the dead chorus.
It's hard being the only one left.
You take on a burden, and you make your peace with that.
It's like you say, this is my life now.
And it's hard at first.
But it gets easier.
Most things do.
That makes it so much harder when you finally realize, though.
You realize you're not the only one.
When you realize you're not alone.
Victoria enters.
Nay, hey, I couldn't find it. I was looking in the parking lot and I just couldn't find it, but, well, here you are.
Yeah, here I am.
So, listen, I was thinking, we can, you okay?
What? Oh, I'm fine.
You promise?
Swear.
Okay. So, I was thinking, the spring water really ain't done much for us, right? Well, I thought maybe we could interview another family to think though. George's boyfriend's parents are real good friends of mine. They're kind of like my real mom and dad, if you know what I mean. So, would it be okay if I called them up?
Of course, Victoria. That would be great. Just don't push them, I guess. I only want to talk to people who want to talk to me.
Gotcha.
Victoria steps into the phone booth May was just in. She dials a number, and elsewhere on stage, Bucky picks up a phone, becoming Wes Halpern.
Wes Halpern speaking.
My father.
Hey, Wes, this is Victoria. I was wondering if you'd be around anytime soon to talk with me and one of my coworkers about Indy.
Victoria, me and Cassie just want to let him rest. You know that.
I do, but listen, Wes, we think that whoever killed George and Indy is the one who killed Gracie Turnbow. So if you'd just be willing to talk about it in an official sense and get it on record, it could really help us out. This sort of thing, it's about being thorough. It's about being...
You know everything we know. Put it on record yourself. Just leave us out of it.
Wes,
I don't want to talk about it, okay?
put Cassie on.
She's out.
Is she now?
Yes, Victoria, she ain't here.
So that ain't her in the background.
No.
Tell her I called, will you?
I'll make note of it. Take care, Victoria. Please. I'm worried about you. Take care of yourself.
Thanks, Wes.
He hangs up. A moment later, Victoria hangs the phone back up. She walks out of the phone booth slowly.
Anything?
Nope.
Yeah. Figures.
It was Indy's family. Thought they might be willing to help out.
Don't hold it against them. It ain't easy to talk about.
No, I know. I just thought he'd be willing to do me a favor.
Hello, favor.
I guess.
Sometime this week, we can probably sit down with Gracie's brothers. I did some research. Her parents are dead, and she lived with her adult brothers. From what I heard, they're torn up, but mostly importantly, they're angry. That means they'll be willing to talk.
Someone came up to me and told me that talking about George could help them find a killer. I'd do it in a heartbeat. I mean, hell, it's not even some random guy. It's his killer. I mean, I'm giving my all to killing that man dead. I don't get how they can sit quiet while he's still alive.
Look, Victoria, you gotta do this. Revenge isn't forever.
Yeah, well, it should be.
But it isn't. Some people have their happy memories with the person that they lost, and that's enough for them.
So how you are?
What?
You. Are you doing this for Gracie's family or for you? Are your happy memories of Jordan enough for you?
No, that's not the kind of person I am. I wanted to.
Cool. Can I get another cigarette?
May holds out the pack and Victoria takes one. May lights it for her.
Thanks.
May lights one too.
So was that our work for the day, or,
I don't know.
you don't know? You invite me all the way down here, just not to know? I thought you were the experienced one.
I am. Okay, look, I don't think any more interviews are a good idea, so let's just go over notes or something. Are you hungry?
That depends.
On what?
What you're trying to feed me.
The space turns into the Timber Wolf Cafe. Victoria and May are smushed into a booth next to each other. Indy, as Kyle, a waiter, comes up to their table.
How's it going, May? Usual for today?
Just coffee for me right now.
What, you dieting?
No, I just ain't hungry.
Nothing wrong with that. Have you, little lady?
Could I just get the pancakes, but instead of strawberries, just butter and syrup?
Sounds good. Anything else for y'all?
May and Victoria look at each other and shake their heads.
I think we're good.
Perfect. I'll be right out.
Thanks, Kai.
Kyle exits.
You been here before?
No, I usually cook for myself.
It's nice. Good people.
Seems like it.
You don't get out of your house a lot, do you?
What gave it away?
You just don't know a lot of people. We live in a small town. It makes sense you know of them. But I expect you to know more people than you do.
Yeah, well, I'm not a very sociable person, I guess.
Nothing wrong with that. I never said being a homebody is a sin. I just think it's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just not who I'd peg you for.
Well, don't judge a can of worms by the way you open it, I guess.
I don't think that's the saying, but I'll go with it.
So, you're the opposite. You go out on the town every night.
No, I just like relax in places like this instead of my home. It sounds stupid, but I can't really relax at home.
Well, that's not what a home should be.
It isn't, but that's what the Timber Wolf is for, and the spring water. This whole city is my home, really.
That's nice. That must be a good feeling, to be able to relax no matter where you are.
It is, and it isn't. I can't sleep here, you know. I have to sleep at home, so it would be nice to like it there.
That's true. Blessing and a curse.
That's the way to put it.
Kyle delivers the coffee.
Pancakes will be right out.
Thanks, Kyle.
No problem. What's your name, by the way? I don't think we've met before.
I'm Victoria.
My new partner.
Gotcha. Nice to meet you then. Hold on to this one, all right? May?
Playing it on.
All right, I'll be right back with the pancakes.
Thanks. Gatlin was a hot commodity, huh?
Yeah, people like to get.
Where to go to college?
Well,
Is he in state?
no, he went to some tiny school out east.
I see. I got big shoes to fill, huh?
You don't got any shoes to fill. He's Gatlin. You're Victoria. You're different people.
Yeah, but he's Gatlin, May's partner, and I'm Victoria, May's partner. Both May's partners.
Do me a favor. Don't compare yourself to anyone, okay? Don't compare yourself to him. Don't compare yourself to me. Don't compare yourself to anyone. Just be Victoria and do things like Victoria wants to do them. All right? That's the kind of person I want to work with.
Gotcha.
May grabs Victoria's hand, and Victoria looks at her.
Hey, Victoria, you're the kind of person I want to work with, okay?
Thanks, May. I'm real happy to be working with you.
May is about to say something else, but is interrupted by Kyle's re-entry.
3 pancakes, no strawberries, all butter, order up!
Kyle rips the pancakes off in over-the-top dramatic fashion. May lets go of Victoria's hand, and they both laugh a little.
Thanks, Kyle.
Made extra special for May's new partner. Let me know if you know anything else.
Can do.
Kyle exits.
I see why you like him here.
I told you, good people.
I didn't doubt you.
I didn't say you did.
You just got real smug for a second there, like you won the conversation.
Well, I was right.
You know what? I'm not gonna egg you on. I'm just gonna eat my pancakes.
You're no fun.
Moment of silence as Victoria eats. May sips her coffee.
Why'd you become a detective?
Hmm?
We kind of talked about it, and I feel like I get it, but the one reason, what's like the one reason you decided to be a detective?
I wanted revenge. Wanted to find the guy that killed George, and once I do that, I want to make sure nobody else has to go through what I did. Or if they do, they have someone who they can trust on their side. Is that wrong? Is that the wrong answer?
No, God, no. I was just thinking. We're pretty similar.
Are we?
Yeah. I'm doing this for the same reason you are. Honestly, when we catch this guy, I think I'm gonna quit.
Yeah?
I wanna open a cafe. Maybe more like a deli or something, I don't know.
I think that'd be awesome. I don't know how long I'll stick around if this guy gets caught, so if you ever need a waitress, maybe I'll leave a resume with you.
You should. You'd have to socialize with people then, though. So I don't know if you could do it.
Hey, I'm sociable.
You say so.
You see me at the spring water, I talk to people. I mean, most of them were drunk. I didn't know anything, but I did talk to them.
You know what? Fair enough. That you did.
Thank you.
May checks her watch.
Look, it's 3 already. We've had a long day, and I don't know if I really feel like going over to the spring water tonight. How about we call it for the day, and we'll go say hi to Angela tomorrow.
Won't you be expecting us though?
I'll call her. She'll probably appreciate the extra half hour to herself, if we're being honest.
Maybe.
Look, time off is important for detectives. Okay?
If you say so.
Hey, I really mean it. Don't stay up all night wrapping twine around push pins and sticking newspaper clippings to the wall, okay? I know you're still new and you think that's worth it, but it won't get you nowhere. It hurts you more than it helps us, okay?
Alright. Okay. I'm not planning on it, promise.
Alright, just be careful.
Okay.
Good. Good. I'll drive you home, okay?
We're leaving now?
No, take all the time you need to eat. I'm in no rush.
Cool.
May sips her coffee and looks out the window. We linger in this tranquility for a moment. Then the stage splits in two. One side becomes May's apartment and the other Victoria's. Their routines happen at the same time as the ghost chorus speaks. May walks through her front door, goes to her room, and changes into night clothes. She puts a pot of water on the stove and starts it boiling. While it's boiling, she goes to the bathroom and washes her face. She splashes water on her face one last time, then turns the faucet off and applies a moisturizer. She starts brushing her teeth and walks out of the kitchen while doing so. She grabs a box of pasta and a jar of marinara sauce and gets everything ready to put together dinner. She goes back to the bathroom, puts up her toothbrush, and washes her mouth with mouthwash. She goes back to the kitchen, puts the noodles in the now boiling water, and goes to the couch and turns on the TV. Victoria walks through her front door, lets it shut behind her, and stands still for a long moment, taking 1 or 2 deep breaths. She takes off her shoes, goes to her kitchen, grabs some sort of snack. She goes to the couch, turns on the TV, and sits there for a long moment. She gets bored and goes to her room, and changes into pajamas. She comes back out of her room to put whatever snack she grabbed back in the kitchen, then goes back into her room, and comes out with a stack of photos. She sits it on her couch and starts looking through the photos for her. George and their parents.
We never got to say goodbye.
To my sister.
To my brother.
To my mama.
To each other.
I remember counting the days till I turned 18. Not because I was excited to grow up, but because legally I could get an apartment. I wanted to get me and May out of our father's home, and I did. I saved up money from working at the Timberwolf, and I got a place for me and her. My friend Amy's ma gave me some money too to help us eat, which really helped.
I knew I was gay since the 2nd grade. I followed the monkey bars and Frank Costello helped me get up, and I felt some sort of way about him. from then on, I knew. I knew Victoria was gay since she was in like sixth grade too. She never told me, but she froze up when Mom asked her about boys in her class that she likes and had a hard time making friends with anyone at school.
I wanted to give her the world, but I could barely even put food on the table. She wanted to drop out and get a job to help out, but I wouldn't let her. She finished school, and not even a week after her graduation started working as a lifeguard. I told myself I was living with her to take care of her because she needed me, but she didn't need me. I just liked living with her. She was so mature, probably because she had to be, but she was just the best. And I never got to tell her.
She had to go through everything I did. The name calling, the isolation, the feeling that something was fundamentally wrong with her that she had to fix, but would never be able to. And I wanted to shield her from it, or told her that it would be okay, but I couldn't do that. When I came out to her dad, he kicked me out of the house. Not for a night, not for a week, but forever. And I was really lucky I had Indy.
My parents took him in. He stayed with us for a few months, and then we moved out together.
In some ways, I'm glad it happened. It taught Victoria that her parents aren't people who can be trusted, something like that.
I wish I could have said goodbye, but they're doing just fine without me.
Lights dim, then come up, signaling a new day. May and Victoria come out of their rooms yawning, neither of them really wanting to be awake. They both wash their faces and brush their teeth, perhaps in the same order, perhaps not. May pours herself a bowl of cereal, and Victoria cracks some eggs into a bowl to scramble. May sets her cereal down, then goes over to her phone and dials Victoria. Victoria's phone rings as she's starting to cook her eggs, and she reaches her arm to the fullest to pick it up, and tucks it between her ear and shoulder.
Hey, Victoria, you up? How else would I pick up the phone? That's fair. You sleep good? Good enough. That's all you can ask for. I'm calling to figure out the agenda today, by the way, not just for fun.
Damn, here I was starting to think you took a liking to me.
Well, no, I just meant that, I wasn't.
Confusing you, I know.
All right, you scared me for a second. The spring water opens at 4, so if you want to meet up around then to go over some evidence for our interviews, and head over around 6, I think that would work.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
So if I pick you up at like 3:45, does that work?
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, cool. See you then.
A moment as they both put on jackets, then May's car is assembled outside Victoria's apartment. Victoria runs out the front door and hops in the passenger seat.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's ride.
Victoria's apartment becomes the spring water. Angela is behind the bar. Indy, Gracie, Jordan, and Bucky are scattered throughout the bar as patrons, drinking, playing darts, just doing bar things. Sitting at the bar alone is George, who has become Will Turnback. He wears a necklace with a guitar pick on it. May and Victoria step out of the car.
This ain't like our other visits, okay? This is just for us. If you feel like talking about work with anyone, I can't stop you. Just know you don't got it. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then drop the ma'am. Okay, we're partners. I ain't your boss.
Okay.
No, it's important for you to understand that. Look at me. We're partners. Partners. Let's do this.
They walk into the bar. May heads straight for the bar while Victoria lingers by the entrance.
May, how's it going? I missed you yesterday.
I know. Work came up. You know how it is.
Not really, but I can imagine.
You can. Say, let me get a rum and coke, okay?
Coming right up.
Victoria clocks Will and starts to walk over to him.
Anyone said anything else about Gracie to you since last time?
Watch what you say, May. That's her brother over there.
Which one?
Take a guess.
Victoria stands awkwardly next to Will for a moment.
Anyone sitting here?
Oh, no. Feel free.
Thanks.
Will Turnback, Gracie's brother.
Victoria sits down.
Nobody said anything. Everyone's torn up about it. That's the extent of it. She's been the youngest one so far now.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
I'm Victoria.
Will.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Will looks down at May as she says,
Eddie never got back to you about That out of towner?
What? No, he didn't. Look, I'm not like you. I don't do a lot of question asking. I'm more of a listener. People only tell me what they want to say. No more, no less.
Worth asking
I suppose. Ah, hell. Y'all are detectives, aren't y'all?
What? Yeah. We are. Why does that matter?
Let me guess. You're here to ask me about Gracie?
What? Not necessarily. What do you know about her, though?
I know a lot. She was my little sister.
Shit.
Yeah, shit.
You know, my brother was killed last year. Yeah. And his boyfriend?
His boyfriend?
Yeah, he was gay. You got a problem with that?
No. I'm just surprised. I didn't think the gays made it past California yet.
Well, I'm surprised.
Angela comes up to Victoria.
Hey, you want something to drink?
Yeah, let me get a side collar.
Gotcha. Anything else for you, Will? I'm good for now. Heard?
Angela walks away.
What you drinking?
Whiskey sour?
Classy.
Not really, it just goes down easy.
Angela brings Victoria's drink.
This is for you?
Thank you so much.
No worries. Anything else for you?
Nope.
Alright.
Will and Victoria both sip their drinks. Victoria noticed something hanging around Will's neck.
What's that you got there?
What's this?
He lifts it by the chain. We see it's a guitar pick.
A guitar pick.
Yeah, it's nothing serious. Just something my dad gave me before he died.
I'm sorry about your dad.
Don't be. Long time since he died. I don't remember much of him. But he did give me this.
You play?
A little bit. I've been trying to write songs. It's just, very much to sing about. Not since Gracie.
I can imagine.
I keep trying to write. It's just, maybe I need time. I don't know. A couple years from now, it might get easier.
Maybe. I'm still waiting for the easy part myself.
That's real encouraging, isn't it? If I tell you something about Gracie, can we just leave it there?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. She was seeing this guy. I'd never met him before, and neither had Jade. That's my sister. My other sister. But Gracie swore by him. Said he was the nicest man she'd ever met. She said he was 19, but truthfully, he looked closer to 27 or 28. He was tall and thin. Honestly, looked like a saguaro. I only met him once. Came to pick her up to get ice cream, I think. Maybe dinner. Don't matter. Point is, when I met him, he said something to me. He said, God, I'm trying to remember the exact words for you. I think it was, you and your sister got a hard job raising a girl all on your own. You're good people for doing it, though. Keep a close eye on her. She's the kind of girl that turns up dead. I didn't make much of it at the time, but then she did.
This man.
I said no questions.
That's right. I'm sorry.
I never saw him again, though, if that's what you're asking. I think Gracie said he was going to meet up with him after prom since he couldn't go with her.
Why?
He didn't go to her school. He didn't go to school at all, actually.
Let's see.
She was killed on her prom night, right? She never even made it to prom. Her friends never saw her.
So you think?
I don't know. I'm saying nothing. I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but something about him just wasn't right.
What was his name?
It was actually Bucky. That's a little funny. Think about it. One Bucky turns up dead, and a new one comes right into town.
Yeah. What are the odds of that?
Not high.
What'd you say he looked like?
Tall, thin, brownish hair, not super muscly, very average man is how I phrase it. Kind of looked like a saguaro cactus. You know, those cactuses that kind of look like people with their hands stuck out, like those. Never mind.
Victoria takes out a notepad and jots something down.
Prom night.
I'm sorry?
Who kills a girl on her prom night?
A psychopath.
Yeah, I suppose. She bought her own prom dress. Me and Jade must have told her 1,000 times we buy for her. We said we'd buy her whatever she wanted, no matter the price. It made her happy, but she wouldn't let us. She washed neighbors' windows and mowed their lawn for what must have been a month to make money, but eventually she did it. She bought this emerald dress that looked perfect on her. She looked like an angel. I told her, you look like an angel. I hope you feel like one. And she said she did. So what kind of psychopath kills a girl who's probably the happiest she ever been? Gracie was a good girl. She didn't deserve that. I shouldn't have let her drive herself. I should have drove her. What kind of girl drives herself to her prom? What kind of brother lets his little sister drive herself to prom? God! I can't help thinking it's my fault. You know, they had me confirm her body. I hate that shit. They made me come down to the morgue and confirm that it was Gracie. I guess I had to look at my dead sister up and down and tell those people dressed in white, yeah, that's my Gracie. I wanted to kill myself. I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm not. But being in that room, looking at that body all covered in, they cleaned her up, they did, but I almost would have preferred if they didn't, because her skin was all stained, this dull shade of red, like the blood wasn't there, but its ghost still was, like the blood in her body was all gone, but it was okay, because there's still a little bit of it on her skin. I'd rather have seen her all bloodied up.
I appreciate your time, Will, but I gotta make a call. I really appreciate you sharing all that with me. I'll find them for you. Promise.
Victoria hurries outside, finds a bench, a tree, or something to sit on, sits, hugs herself, and starts to cry.
Angela,
May clocks this.
Angela, put Victoria's drink on my tab. Close me up.
No worries.
May steps outside and the spring water disappears. May slowly approaches Victoria.
You okay? What's wrong? That's okay, you don't gotta talk.
I gotta leave. They want to.
Are you serious?
Victoria nods.
That's awesome.
Victoria says nothing. May realizes just how shaken she is.
Of course, he's probably.
Yeah, you were right yesterday. He was willing to talk. It just got so gruesome, and he talked about Gracie, and I don't know why good people have to die.
May doesn't say anything, but just wraps her arms around Victoria. The two hug for a long, long time, only breaking the embrace when Victoria chooses to do so.
Hey, no offense meant, but it's pretty clear to me that you're not okay, and I really don't want to leave you alone like this. So, why don't I drive you back to my place and I'll cook something for you, and you can talk through everything with me?
That sounds nice, actually.
Okay.
The chorus starts to form May's apartment. May stands up and holds her arm out to Victoria.
Right.
A moment as Victoria steels herself, then she grabs onto May's hand.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, up.
May pulls her to her feet.
You good? Good enough. Let's get you out of here.
They turn to May's apartment, now fully assembled. May unlocks the front door and invites Victoria in. There are a couple of things strewn about on the floor that May picks up as discreetly as possible.
Make yourself at home. It's not the cleanest it's ever been, but honestly, all things considered, it's
fine,
probably...
May. I don't care. Thanks for having me. Are you kidding me?
I don't know what happened or what he said to you, but this job eats at people. It ain't easy work, and sure as hell ain't kind work. It don't hold any punches.
No, it does not.
What are you just standing there for? Sit down. Get comfortable. I didn't buy these chairs just for people to look at.
Okay, Jesus.
Victoria sits. May goes to the kitchen.
You like chicken?
Yeah. Yeah, chicken's good.
Great. Because they were having a sale last time I went shopping, so I got too much.
Do you need help with anything, by the way? I feel bad just sitting here with you talking.
I got it, Victoria. Good. This job used to make me sick. And I mean physically sick, like to the point where I couldn't eat. I would come back from interviews and just lay for hours. So I get it.
That doesn't happen anymore.
No,
That's good.
you go numb to it eventually. I promise. Everyone does.
No.
Yep. It sucks, but that's how it is. Those things just stop affecting you the same way after a while.
I don't think that'll happen to me.
Look, I know that you're down right now, but I promise that
No, I don't mean because of how I feel right now. I just feel like if I heard someone talking like how Will Turnbow was, I don't think I could just shake that off. Ever.
that's possible. But give it time. What did you say?
I don't remember like the wording of what he said. Yeah,
You do know. I know you know, but you don't have to tell me right now. All I know is that when we talked to Becky, you seemed fine. I mean, maybe you weren't, but maybe you're just really good at hiding it. But I don't think that's the case. So, what was different about Will?
I don't know. I saw myself in him, I guess. When he talks about Gracie, it sounded so lost without her. Like he'd lost everything when he lost her. It reminded me of when I lost George. And then he started talking about what he could have done differently, and
Victoria starts to cry. She chokes up. May notices and takes her hand.
Hey, it's not your fault. Can I tell you something?
sure.
Remember how I told you about Gavin?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he didn't move away. He actually got killed a couple months back in a shootout a town over. The boss asked him to go deal with an attempted robbery, told him it was an easy job. He just had to get a statement from the store owner and come back. The guy was still there when got there, and yeah, the boss covered it up, said it'd be bad PR if the town knew we got a kid killed. He said we, like he wasn't the one who sent him there, like he wasn't the one who, point is, there ain't a day to go by where I don't blame myself for not being there. Not one. But that's what could have been. Not what was. Not what is. There's no point in fantasizing about a hero and saving their life, because the reality is nobody's ready for these things to happen. Gatlin's death wasn't my fault. And I promise that George's death wasn't yours.
The cracks break.
I forgot how much I miss him.
May now holds out her arms, offering a hug to Victoria. She collapses into May's arms and May holds her close.
It's okay. Hey, it's okay, I'm here.
They stay in this embrace. Long, long pause as Gracie steps down from the platform.
They never found the man who killed me. They tried for another year. They talked to Will a whole lot more. He told them everything he knew, but But the bottom line is that the man didn't want to be caught, so he wasn't. Will and Jade are both still grieving. Jade's getting better, but Will, he's fucked up for life, I think. There's a silver lining, though. Nobody else died. If he had kept killing, I would be more upset with everything, with them not finding him. But it was just us 5. Newspapers called him the Redwater Ripper. Redwater Ripper kills 5, goes silent. That was the big headline for a week. Then we were forgotten. Except by our families. Except by them. Grief is funny. You think there's one right way to get through it, but you don't know what you actually need until you get it. Just look at them. I'm right here.
Lights down. End Act 1. Act 2. Inside of May and Victoria's apartment. Victoria's in the kitchen making breakfast.
1 year later.
Failure ain't easy.
I think the hardest thing for someone is to do is to try.
Which is why we're so grateful.
For people like them.
Who get up every morning and try to do the impossible.
They know the chances are slim.
But they try nonetheless.
But for all the same reasons we're grateful,
We understand when it breaks them.
Because no matter who you are, one day it'll be too much.
May, you up?
May stumbles out of her room, rubbing her eyes.
Don't want to be.
Well, breakfast is almost ready.
Thanks, Vic.
May hugs her from behind.
I don't deserve you.
Victoria elbows her lightly.
I'm cooking here if you don't mind.
May laughs a little, lets her go.
Sorry. Hard work afoot.
Very hard work.
May pours herself a cup of coffee.
You want coffee?
Sure.
May makes both cups of coffee, just cream for herself, cream and sugar for Victoria. During this, Victoria finishes cooking and played food for May first, then herself. They moved to the dining table and set everything down.
May? Can I talk to you about something serious?
What?
Of course.
Victoria, anything, anytime. You know that.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna quit today.
What?
Yeah.
Victoria, you didn't think to tell me earlier?
No. I didn't want to tell you until I was sure.
And you're sure?
I'm sure.
Why?
I can't do it anymore. Chase a lead into the ground just for it to amount to nothing. And have to start right back over. It's not funny. Are you okay? Are you angry or what?
Angry? No, God, no. Victoria, absolutely not. I just... Look, I wish you told me earlier. And I'm gonna miss you out on the field. Okay?
Yeah.
She makes her way over to May and hugs her from behind.
You're not. You always get to come home to me.
Yeah, I can live with that.
I love you.
I love you too.
They stand still for a moment as their apartment is disassembled around them.
Love does funny things to people. God knows it sure does to me. I always thought I was way bigger than this town. I thought my mom and dad were real cowardly for living in the same place they grew up. So I spent my whole childhood figuring out how I was going to leave. But then I met George, and I stayed here. It's funny, because if I'd never met him, I would have moved far away, and me and him never would have been in the car that night. But odds are I would have been miserable. So even so, I'm glad that things worked out the way they did. And I'm glad that there are people out there that are still doing funny things for love. They live their lives day by day doing funny little things for each other.
A new figure enters the realm of the dead. Ruby Holt.
Ruby. November 17th, 1993. Ruby Holt. Stabbed through the chest in her sleep.
The Timberwolf Cafe is assembled around them, and Victoria and May sit down. Kyle enters, waiter's apron on.
Hey! If it ain't Victoria May! What may I get you?
Alright.
of coffee and 2 biscuits, if that's okay. And just your regular Victoria?
Yes, ma'am.
Pancakes with strawberry and syrup on the side.
Yes, can do. That'll be right out.
Thanks, guys.
Kyle exits.
So, anything exciting on the docket today?
Not really. Somebody in Alameda had their home broken into, so boss is sending me over there to get a statement. I don't think it's anything, though.
You think they're crazy?
Nah, I don't think they're lying, but nothing was stolen, so it's just a bit more of a formality than anything.
Ah,
What about you?
got a bit of shopping to do, gotta pick up dry cleaning, nothing exciting. And I haven't seen Angela in a minute, so I'm gonna head down to spring water for a bit, I think.
Really? You
I
socializing?
know, look at me go.
You're going there around shopping? Or around opening?
Yeah, that was the plan.
I get up around 4, so what do you say I meet you there after you're done? Like around 4:30 or so?
Yeah, that sounds great.
You can go get dinner after 2, maybe?
I'd love that.
God, we haven't been on a real date in
A long time.
I've missed you.
Yeah, me too.
Kyle brings out nice coffee and a water for Victoria.
Some drinks for the 2 of y'all, and the food will be right out.
Thanks, Kyle.
Anything for me?
So, cheers to 1 year off the force.
1 year already, Lord, that feels wrong.
Too much time or too little?
Oh, way too much. Feels like just yesterday I dropped off my 2 weeks.
That it does. Must be nice being old and retired.
Hey now.
I'm teasing. Only a little.
Yeah, okay. You still like it? Or are you just doing this because you feel like you have to?
Shit. Big questions at breakfast time, huh?
But don't ask him now, I never will.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. I don't think I ever liked it, but it's still fulfilling, you know? Now that I'm off the killer's case, doing small things to help people out and setting some people's minds at ease, you know? There's a lot to it, but I don't feel like I have to. I just wake up every morning and choose to.
Victoria's smiling
What?
I love you, that's all. No big deal.
Oh, no big deal. Alrighty, then.
Kyle enters with their food.
All right, ladies, it's Kyle time. So I had 2 biscuits for Mrs. May over here, and I know you can never decide between honey and jam, so I brought you both. And for Victoria, I got these pancakes with strawberries on the top with syrup on the side, and just in case you run out, here's extra little syrup, courtesy of Kyle. Are you doing good?
That's great, Kyle. Thank you so much.
I'll leave you to it then.
He exits again and they both start eating.
I heard someone say they're opening a Walmart here in summer.
Is that so?
I heard it, so it must be.
Well, look at old little old Redwater go. Maybe we'll finally make it on the map.
Yeah, maybe. Don't hold your breath though.
Well, didn't you eat enough food?
It's cold outside. I didn't bring my jacket.
You can get mine from the truck later. So you know the new girl that got killed?
What kind of question is that?
I'm sorry, I didn't know how else to change the topic. Her brother came into the station the other day looking for a job. We told him that he was too young, but that's not the truth. But we could tell that he was in it for the wrong reasons. Maybe a couple years.
You remind you of me?
What?
Your brother. He remind you of me?
I couldn't tell. And that's good.
May glances at her watch.
Ah, shit. Lost track of time. I'm sorry, Victoria. I'll see you tonight, okay?
She holds one of the biscuits in her mouth.
I'm taking this with me.
I'll see you tonight. I love you.
Love you.
Be safe.
I will.
May exits. Victoria sits for a moment before the timber wolf is disassembled around her. Ruby steps into the realm of the living, becoming Bonnie Scott, Victoria's mother. She kneels down at the edge of the stage. After a moment, Victoria stands up and approaches her. We are in a cemetery where George and Indy are buried.
Mom?
No response. Victoria gently walks up to her and taps her on the shoulder.
Mom, what are you doing here?
Bonnie snaps back into her thoughts and looks up at Victoria.
Victoria? I'm just. Hi, Vicky.
Hi, Mom.
You got good timing. I was just about done. I was just coming down to say hi to George, so I'll just
You
get.
don't gotta go, it's okay.
You sure?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Victoria kneels down next to Bonnie. They sit in silence for a long, long moment, sharing some glances, neither sure what to say.
I'm sorry for not.
It's not okay. But it doesn't have to be.
Okay. I'm
Don't be sorry.
Okay. You know, your father hasn't been out here since the service. Said he'd rather.
Rather what?
No, it's fine.
Mom. He'd rather what?
Vicky, he's just being.
No, Mom, tell me what he's been saying, please.
He said he'd rather forget. Forget that George ever existed, that he ever had a son. Who could ever forget a boy like him? Who could ever forget George?
I'm sorry I don't call you.
It's okay, honey. I get it. I get it.
I know you do. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. I should go. I spent enough time with George today. I'll leave you alone with him.
She starts to leave, but turns back.
If you ever want to come over for dinner or just to say hi, you know I'm there, right, honey?
I know, Mom.
Okay. I love you, Vicky.
I know, Mom.
Bonnie exits. Long moment of silence. George comes down from the platform and sits next to Victoria.
Hi, George. Sorry about that. I never know how to talk to Mom. Sometimes it feels like I gotta be nicer. But then I figure I don't owe her that if she was never kind to you. But then I figure I might be better than that, right? So, I don't know. But I'm not here to talk about Mom. I'm just here to talk about, I don't know what I'm here to talk about. I just had some extra time in my day, so I figured it might be nice to come visit you. Guess Mom had the same idea. We both miss you. I miss you a lot, and in her own way, she misses you too. Things are going real good with May and I. I thought you might like to hear that. You always wanted me to find myself and be happy, and it feels like I'm finally getting to do that. I get to be everything you thought I could be. I'm happy, George. I'm real happy. God, I just wish I could be happy with you. It gets easier. It does. It just never gets easy. I think that's what I wish someone would have told me. It never gets easy. Have you had people praying for your soul? I always wondered if people would pray more or less for a gay man once he died. Is his soul not worth saving? Or is it that much more in danger, you know? That's ridiculous, ain't it? They don't try to save us while we're here, but once we're gone, it's all they talk about. Makes you want to scream, huh? I don't know what I'm seeing. I'm sorry, George. I gotta go. I don't even know why I came here. I forgot to bring you flowers. I'm sorry about that.
She gets up and slowly leaves. The stage transforms into the front of the spring-water bar around her. Will comes out of the bar, holding a beer. After a moment, Victoria enters. Will doesn't see her.
Will!
He ignores her.
Will Turnbow?
He stops.
I know you.
Maybe not. We talked a couple times around 3 years ago when...
Oh shit, you're that cop, aren't you?
Detective, not cop. And right around a year ago.
Well, it's not a cop. Can I do something for you? I was just about to leave.
No. Sorry for bothering you.
Have a nice day.
He starts to go. A moment, then.
Wait!
What?
Can I buy you a drink?
Not a cop in me?
No, I just... as a friend.
Hell, if you're buying.
They walk into the spring-water bar, and we enter it with them. Angela is still tending the bar. There are some patrons here, but it's early in the day, so it's far from busy. One person sitting at the bar that we haven't seen before is Ken Foster, a man who stands head above the rest and carries himself like he has nothing to prove. He is visibly Texan. There is idle chatter everywhere.
Will, been a real long time, hasn't it? Yeah, well, I'm drinking on her dime now. Holy shit, Victoria. It's actually been a long time. How's it going?
It's good. It's real good.
How's May doing? She good?
I mean, as good as she can be. She's actually going to be here soon. She's coming around 4:30, so you can ask for yourself.
I'm looking forward to it. Y'all want anything to drink right now?
Whiskey sour. And what do you want, Will?
Gin and tonic?
And a gin and tonic for Will.
Gotcha. Be right out.
Angela walks away from them, and Ken flags her down.
Another whiskey, please? Sir, yes, sir.
So, how you doing, Will?
What's the matter to you?
Just curious is all.
Well, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. So, you were looking for the guy who killed Gracie, right?
Yep.
Never found him? So you quit?
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
A short pause, then Angela brings them their drinks.
Here you guys go.
Thanks, Angela.
Thank you. Enjoy, y'all.
Victoria lifts her drink.
Cheers.
Cheers.
They drink.
Say, are you still writing songs?
I gave up on all that. Gave up on most things, honestly.
I'm sorry to hear that. I bet your songs were real good.
They weren't anything special. There's 100 more boys with guitars out there. I won't be missed.
Every boy with a guitar picked it up for a reason, and they're all special.
I don't believe that.
Maybe I'm just naive, but I really believe that everyone's voice matters. Nobody's just another face in the crowd.
That's a really pretty way to see the world.
That's how I see it.
Well, you must be real pretty then.
Pretty enough.
Really believe that?
Yeah.
You don't think some people matter more than others?
No. No, that's not what I said. I just think nobody doesn't matter, you understand?
Yeah, I think so.
Like I said, it might be naive, but that's what I think.
You don't think the guy who killed Gracie doesn't matter?
Actually, I think he matters a lot more than most people.
Let me rephrase that. You don't think he's worthless?
If he were to die, somebody would probably cry for him. That's what I'll say.
I don't think anybody would cry for me.
I would.
Oh, come on. You don't even know me.
I'm serious, though. You remind me of myself. Lord, I sound old when I say that, don't I? Not even that much older than you. I know how hard it's been. So, if I saw your name over an obituary one day, I bet I'd cry.
You don't have to say that, you know.
What do you mean?
Look, you don't have to pity me, okay? I'm doing fine.
I'm just having a conversation with you. This ain't Detective Victoria. This is just me at a bar catching up with someone I haven't seen in a long while.
So, when you read the paper and you get the obituaries and you see someone you know, you really cry about that?
Well, no, I'm not sobbing over every name I recognize, but there are some people I really feel connected to. Even if I don't know them, and they sure as hell don't know me. So, those kind of people. They're the ones that hit me hard, you know?
It's been a long time since I've cried.
When did you last?
Gracie's funeral. Cried so much that I haven't cried since, I guess.
Will finishes his drink.
Thanks for the drink, Victoria.
Oh, are you?
Have a nice kid.
He walks out hastily. Angela comes over and grabs his legs.
You okay?
Yeah, I think so. He just said he had to go.
I worry about him. He's in here alone a whole lot. Angela, another one, please. You sure, buddy? It's far on a Thursday. You really need another whiskey?
I'm paying. I'll have as much as I want.
All right.
She pours it and brings it over to him. As she does, Victoria walks through the door and sits at the bar. She takes out a cigarette, lights it, and starts smoking.
Angela, when you get a second, can I get me as usual? She's gonna be here soon.
Yeah, of course. Date night, huh?
Well, date afternoon, but yeah. Lee's got work tonight, so here we are, drinking in the daylight like some sort of old couple.
You're shaming it. Old people do it for a reason.
Suppose.
Say, you read the paper recently?
Me?
Yeah? Who else?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just tired. I haven't though, why?
The killings are back. Or so they say. Girl turned up dead a week or so ago.
Oh, yeah. They told me about that.
It's sad. I didn't know her, but I had someone in here 2 or 3 days ago that said his son went to school with her.
They told me it's the same as last time. No leads at the crime scene, nothing to go off of. She's gonna talk to kids' parents soon, but she said it's probably gonna be the same as last time.
You ask me, I think it's a different guy. I mean, if he wanted to kill, he'd have been killing for the last 2 years, too, I think.
You really think so? You don't think he got scared of getting caught?
A guy like that, he's not worried about being caught.
I'm with you on this one. If the guy doesn't want to get caught, he's not gonna. That's the last thing on his mind.
Yeah, maybe. One day someone's gonna find him. It's just not gonna be me.
And that's okay. Not everybody's a hero. You tried, and that's all you can do.
Yeah. I'm happy just living the life I have now, being May. That's all I really care about.
That's all you really need.
Angela finishes the drink.
And voila.
Thanks, Angela. You know, apparently this girl, she had a brother. May said he came in and tried to get a job. He's 18, so it's not like they couldn't hire him. And apparently Boss Man wanted to, but May talked him out of it. Reminds me of me. He'll probably find some other agency and go down the same route I did, talk to all sorts of people, try to find the guy and come up empty-handed. It's not gonna stop.
Geez, Miss Rainy Day, that's awfully gloomy.
Well, it's just how it is.
I suppose. Maybe he'll come talk to me. I'll tell him all the same things I told you.
Trust me, you will. Just let him try. That's all we can do.
May comes marching through the door. Victoria sees her and puts up her hand. May scurries over to her. Victoria holds out a pack of cigarettes and May takes one. Victoria lights it.
Sorry, I'm late. I hit traffic on the way over
You're
and
not even late, don't worry.
you already ordered.
I got your usual.
It's perfect.
How's it going, May?
It's good. I'm good. Caught up a lot with the work, as you can imagine. You heard we think the killer's back?
Yeah, I was just talking about it with Victoria. It's scary stuff. It's real scary.
You want the girl's family tonight. See if anything comes of it. I doubt it, though.
Always worth trying, though, huh?
It's the only thing I know how to do.
I guess that's right. I'm gonna get back to work, but y'all enjoy your drinks, okay? Flag me down if you need something.
Can do.
Thanks, Angela.
Angela goes and starts cleaning glasses.
So, how's your day been?
Good. Fucking busy. Good.
Yeah? You call driving one city over busy?
They had me driving back and forth for 4 hours picking shit up. One trip not busy, but once you get into the double digits, though, that's a different story.
You know my my girl was a trucker now.
Yeah, well, lots you don't know about me. What have you been up to?
Shopping. Found some new recipes I want to try, so I bought some groceries. Picked up the dry cleaning. Errands, really.
Sounds exciting.
Oh, living.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Victoria rests her head on May's shoulder.
You actually think he's bad?
Yeah, I do. But that just means he's not hiding anymore, which means I got a better chance of finding him.
I don't know how you do. 2 years of kindness enough for me. I had to give up.
I know. I don't blame you. It's hard to, after you quit, lit a fire under my ass. I'm not doing it for Jordan and me anymore. It's for you. It's for Gracie. It's for George. It's for everyone. As long as he's alive, I'm gonna hunt him and I'm gonna kill him. You don't ever have to worry about him again. I'll kill him for the both of us.
God, I love you.
I love you.
May kisses Victoria's head. Ken puts his hand up and Angela looks at him.
What do you want?
Can I close out?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Angela tabs through a few papers, then grabs one and hands it to Ken. He looks at it and then,
What the fuck is this?
Your check?
Yeah, I'm not paying this.
Like hell you aren't.
$12 for a glass of whiskey.
You picked the shit. You paid for it. You drank 4 glasses of it.
Yeah, because I thought it was cheap. Look, I'll pay what it's worth. $5 a glass.
Ha! Mister, this ain't the 60s. You're not getting shit for $5 a glass. And I ain't haggling with you. That ain't how this works. I have your card on tap. I'm just gonna charge you. You know that, right?
I'll sue.
Oh no! Yo, this twig of a man's gonna sue. I think I'll be fine. Now get out of my car.
I'm not standing up till the price has changed.
Your ass is gonna be real sore then.
May, look at that. What about him? Sounds Texan, doesn't he? Looks a bit like a scarecrow.
Victoria, what are you on about?
What Bill Turnbow said about Gracie's friend who she never saw again.
Oh, Vic, you sound crazy, and I love you because you're crazy, but right now you just sound crazy, stupid.
Hey, whore, come back here.
You better not be talking to me, mister.
Yeah, I am. Who else? Now, I'm leaving in a minute, so you better get this price dealt with.
Call me a whore again. See what happens.
It ain't hard, whore. Change the price and I'll go.
Victoria stands up.
Hey, what are you? I know what I'm doing, May.
She walks over to Ken.
Angela, just put it on my bill.
You sure? Because I can deal with him. Don't you worry.
It's not a problem. Why don't you and I just take a walk outside, huh?
Who the hell are you?
Doesn't matter. Someone who's taking you on a walk outside.
Victoria grabs Ken's shirt and forces him to his feet and walks outside with him. The set turns into the patio storage area behind the bar. They sit in silence for a long moment.
I appreciate you paying for those shitty drinks, but can I go now?
What's your name, stranger? I haven't seen you in the bar before.
Yeah, well, I usually come later.
So do I. And I don't remember seeing you in there. You got a memorable face. I think I remember you. What's your name?
Look, I don't have to tell you my goddamn name.
My name's Victoria. Now it's your turn.
George.
George? That's my brother's name.
Really? What's his last name? Maybe we got the same name.
Smith?
No, that's too bad. George Scott's my name.
How long you lived in Redwater, George?
God, why am I being interrogated?
I just like to know about my neighbors, George. That's who I am. I'd never seen you around before, and I paid for your drinks. Feels like you owe me a couple answers, hmm?
Yeah, all right. Couple of years. 4, I think. I'm out of town for business most of the time. So that's probably why you ain't never seen me.
I've been here my whole life. Feel like I've seen you at some point. I really ain't the type to forget a face, especially not one like yours.
Well, hopefully it's not the last time we run into each other, Mrs. Scott. There are places to be, though, so if you...
Say, if you've been here a couple years, you wouldn't happen to know Bucky, would you? Or Jordan Roth?
I might know their faces, but I'm hopeless when it comes to names.
What about Gracie Turnbow? Or Indy Halpern?
No, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's a shot in the dark. What about Ruby Holt?
You mean that girl that was killed? God, what's she have to do with this? I heard of her, but I don't know her.
That's too bad then.
Yeah. Sorry if you thought I might be someone else's Suppose I might just got one of those faces.
Suppose you might. Pleasure meeting you, George.
Thank you. Thanks. Thanks for the drinks, I guess.
He leaves and Victoria's heads back into the bar, sitting next to May.
Tori, what the hell were you thinking?
It's him, May.
What?
He killed him.
Victoria, slow down. What are you saying?
That man. Angela. What's that man's name?
I don't know, Victoria, I don't know him that well.
Well, he told it to me, looked me in the eyes, and said his name was George Scott.
I'm gonna make the call.
The bar is disassembled around them. May kneels down center stage, mirroring Bonnie at George's grave. Jordan steps down from the realm of the dead.
The next day.
Well, it's been a while, ain't it, Jordan? Sorry about that. I think I ain't been visiting you because the man who killed you is still out there. And I feel like I failed you. Because I promised I'd catch him and I just haven't. But Victoria got a lead. A real lead. We know what he looks like, Jordan. I think we're finally gonna do it, so I guess that's it. I just wanted to tell you that, I guess. I'll go now. Sorry, Jordan. I don't even know what I'm apologizing for. I'm sorry.
She leaves in a hurry. Jordan stays behind.
Vengeance is a scary thing. I hate the way it changes people. Because that ain't the May I grew up with.
Jordan returns to the realm of the dead.
1 week later.
The stage is cleared entirely. Victoria and May are sitting on the floor of what she now National Theatre.
So?
Why'd you bring me out here?
What? I can't bring my girlfriend into the forest just for fun?
Not after the way you've been acting this week.
Yeah.
That's it? Just.
Yeah.
You can't blame yourself for letting him go. You know that, right? You're not a detective anymore. That ain't your job.
Like hell it ain't my job. Like, God, I had him. May, I had him. And I just kept asking myself what George was saying.
Victoria Scott. George would look you in the eyes and say he doesn't care.
May, what would you say if I told you Jordan don't care if we catch him? Yeah. Thought so.
Really though, Vicky, why do you bring me out here?
Can I be honest with you?
Oh, you know that.
I don't really know. I think I just wanted some time alone with you.
And we had to drive to a national forest for that?
And I wanted some time outside of Red Line.
That's fair. Kinda thought you were gonna propose to me, not gonna lie.
What?
I mean, what else is a girl supposed to think? You drive me all the way out here to the forest to get hello.
I wouldn't, I wouldn't ask.
I'm teasing you. You know that, right?
I would never propose to you. Well, no, not like that. I would absolutely propose to you. I just mean, I want to wait till we're a bit older and with everything going on right now, I don't think.
Victoria Scott. Hey, I'm teasing you. Yeah. You're cute when you freak out like that.
Excuse me?
That's what I said.
Jesus Christ. All right, if you really think so.
I do.
You are so strange.
Thank you. I think.
I love you. A lot.
I love you too. Where'd that come from?
I don't know. I just feel like I haven't said it enough recently, so I love you. And I'm sorry about this week. I gave up on revenge. You know, like it was over. No chance. But now, I see his face. Man, I know what he looks like. So I don't really know. I ain't been myself, and I know that.
Yeah. No, I understand, Victoria. I think I'd be a little bit more worried if you were just the same old girl I knew. I ain't been myself either. You know, I've been going to Jordan's grave every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanna know something funny?
What's that?
I'm going to George's.
After a moment, there is the sound of a distant gunshot. Short pause, then George steps forward in the realm of the dead. He becomes Will.
Will Turnwell, November 24th, 1993. Driven to Wichita National Forest and shot through the head.
The fuck was that, Meg?
May reaches for her gun.
I don't know. Stay next to me now. Hello? Who's there?
May reaches for the gun in her ankle holster and hands it to Victoria.
Who the fuck's out there? I'm armed, whoever you are.
May aims her gun diagonally above her head and fires around.
Come the fuck out.
A moment, then Ken steps out of the trees, hands wrapped tight around his pistol. Victoria and May's eyes go wide.
Oh fuck, it's just you two. You damn near scared me to
George
death.
Scott, was it?
Yeah. Yeah, good memory you got there. Sorry, I don't seem to remember your name.
Victoria.
Ah, well, Victoria, and I don't know if we've met before, little lady. I'm George.
May. Nice to meet you.
Well, I didn't mean to scare anybody. I was just hunting some boars out here. You know, they've been running wild.
It's a national forest. No hunting.
Well, not to be a stickler for the rules, but wild boars ain't regulated, so there's hunting actually, as long as it's wild boars.
May and Victoria are both clutching their weapons.
A handgun.
Pardon?
You hunting boars with a handgun?
Yeah, actually. See, I left my rifle at home, and it's too long of a drive. I figured I'd try my luck anyways. Turns out it wasn't the brightest idea, though. Must have missed that one by a mile. Now, I really ought to get going. I honest to God didn't mean to scare y'all, so I'll just be on.
What's
Victoria
your
has the
real
gun in her
name?
hand. Ken tenses up.
What'd you say?
What is your real name?
What kind of question is that? I'm George Scott.
Like hell you are. George Scott was my brother, and he died 3 years ago. Killed. Actually, I don't know if that sounds familiar, does it? You ain't gonna say nothing? Nothing?
I don't got nothing to say.
Great, fucking great.
What about the name Jordan Roth? That mean anything to you? Or Bucky Breyer or Gracie Turnbrook?
What about Indy Halpern? Ruby Holt?
I didn't kill Ruby. Fuck, I didn't kill her.
But the other one.
Yes, that was me.
Victoria lifts her gun level with Ken's head.
Your real name. What the fuck is your real name?
It's Ken. Ken Foster.
Good. Just keep on answering my questions. You killed George?
I
Say it, Ken.
killed George. I killed your brother.
Why'd you do it?
Wanted to. What's your game here? What sort of plan do you fuckers have for me? You taking me to jail? Is that it? Because I, honest to God, didn't kill that girl.
May now pulls back the hammer on her gun.
We ain't taking you to jail, George.
Hey, no, what do you mean?
I mean we're killing you dead.
No. Look, I'm a changed man, okay? Lord, I'm trying to put all this behind me. I am trying so damn hard. I didn't kill Ruby Holt. I swear it on my life. I don't know how much that means, but I swear it anyways. I didn't kill her.
So what? You killed my brother?
I know. I'm sorry. I don't know how else to say it, but I'm sorry. I'm trying so hard to put all this behind me, leave it in my past.
What are you now?
Am I what?
Leaving it behind?
Lord, I'm trying. But I hear them everywhere and I see them. I see your fucking brother and his faggy fucking boyfriend and you two back at the fucking bar. The way your hands were all over that one, you look like the dykey version of your brother, you know? Which is why I had to leave him, that fucking turnbow boy. He was God. His eyes were just so... God, I wanted to leave it all in my past, but everywhere I turn, there seems to be reminders of what I done. Then Ruby fucking died and I was left scrambling because I didn't do it. But I knew the cops would pick back up on it, so I got scared. And it feels like everyone knows, so that's why I'm here, you know? That's why the turnbow boy had to die.
What did you say?
Shit.
You said the turnbow boy had to die.
He knew he was coming after me. He came to my house, you know, my fucking house. I wanted it to be over. I'm not the Redwater Ripper no more. It's just one more fucking body, you know, and then I'm out. But someone else comes along and
Faye cuts him off with a bullet to the chest. Ken drops to the forest floor lifeless before he can finish his speech. Long, long pause. All we hear are the heavy, labored breaths from both women. They look at each other, open their mouths to speak, but no words come out.
He's dead.
Yeah.
She turns his body over with her foot.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel.
Victoria slowly bends over and picks Ken's gun up. It's a revolver. She opens the chamber and empties 5 bullets into her hands. After a moment, she loads them all back in. She pats down Ken's body and emerges with a couple more bullets, which she tucks in her pocket.
Fuck you, Ken Foster.
She shoots his corpse.
George Scott.
She shoots again.
Indy Halpern.
She shoots.
Jordan Roth.
She shoots.
Bucky Bride.
She shoots.
Ruby Holt.
She empties the chamber and loads another 6 bullets in the gun. She shoots twice.
Gracie Turnbow. And her brother Will, whose songs never got heard.
She shoots 4 more times.
And for any body we didn't find rotten somewhere out here in the forest, I'm sorry.
She drops the gun on his corpse and sits down. After a long moment, May sits next to her. Victoria flips one of the blank shells at Ken.
Can't tell yet.
Blackout. End play.
Thank you guys. Thank you for coming. I know I posted about this with like such short notice. You guys are so fantastic. I appreciate you endlessly. Thank you again to Diego.
They're cheering.
Yeah, I know. That's all
That's,
for me.
yeah.
Thank you, Diego, for recording this again. That's so yeah, that's it. I appreciate you guys coming really and truly. Glad you liked it. It's Kyle time. It's Kyle time. Thanks, really. And thank you guys, like all of you. I know there's like hectic and so many of you guys. Like,